Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. This is Funmibi here again with a new tutorial. In today's video, we are going to be doing a wire work headpiece that is sure to transform your look from looking basic to looking incredibly stunning. This is a perfect hair accessory for a party or for a bridal look, whatever look you choose to incorporate it into. We are going to be also doing some 3D applique designs incorporated into this particular wire work headpiece to give us something looking incredibly stunning. If you'd be interested in learning every single part of creating this particular headpiece, please make sure you watch this video all the way through. Do not skip any part so you don't miss any important information. If after watching you enjoyed watching, which I'm sure you would, please give me a big fat thumbs up. Share this video with a friend. All right guys, let's get straight into today's tutorial. Let's go. To make this particular headpiece, you need different types of beads. I have this cream color kind of crystal bead in size 6. I have this bunch of sequins over here. It's kind of like in a color cream kind of shade, like a pearl color. Then I have these clear crystal beads in size 6 as well. I have these medium-sized pearls. These are fake pearls. I know pearls come in different grades. These pearls are like the cheaper types of pearls. And I also have these broken glass beads in silver, or you can call them clear color. So these are the combinations that I'll be working with. Also, I will be working with my wire, my copper wire, because you know this headpiece is kind of like a hair accessory and it's made from copper wire. So I have my copper wire in size 0.50 millimeters, and I have my little piece of net. We are going to be incorporating some net, and I have this little piece of shiny net. I bought the net a very long time ago. So the first thing we are going to be doing is to first of all create like a leaf shape using our copper wire, and I'm going to show us real quick before I go ahead to the next stage. So you're going to roll out about 35 centimeters of copper wire. I'm not measuring. For me personally, I feel like I've gotten to the stage where I can just eyeball and I know if the quantity of what I'm using is enough or not. And to cut your copper wire, you can either use your plier or your scissors. For me, I like to use my plier, so I'm just going to just cut the quantity that I need off. Like I said, we are trying to create like a leaf type of shape, so I'm just going to fold my wire into two like so, something like this. And then when I'm happy with the quantity that I want, I hope we all can see what I'm doing. When I'm happy with what I've done so far, I'm just going to twist like so. Alright friends, so now that we have something like this, because like I said, you want it to be like a leaf shape, you just press down this top portion here and kind of play around with the shape. You are the one with the power when it comes to all these copper wires. You can make it into any shape you want. You can see the shape I have going on here. So I'm going to create about 4 or 6 of these shapes using my copper wire. I'm just going to quickly do that off camera so we don't waste time, and then we'll move on to the next stage. Alright guys, so now that we've done a couple of these shapes, what we are going to do next is to grab our fabric glue. For the sake of this work, I'm going to be using my E7000 glue. This is what the E7000 glue looks like for those that are new here. So I'm just going to apply this all over the edge of this wire work that I've done. Feels like this particular glue is already drying up. I might need to buy another one. That's usually the challenge with this. Once you leave it open for too long, air will get into it and then it will start to dry up. Now that I've applied a relatively generous quantity of glue along the rim of this, I'm just going to place it on this my net and press down very, very well. I hope we all saw what I did there. So I'm just going to leave it on this net for a while, just so it dries down properly. And once that is done, I'm just going to trim off the excess fabric at the edge. We are going to see, but for now I'm just going to set it aside for it to dry down very, very well. I have 6 of these wire leaf or leaf wire, I don't know what you want to call it, but I want to repeat what I did here. Just a little piece of net, apply glue to the rim of these, and then place them on the net and allow them dry down. Once that is done, I'll come back and show us how I'm going to be trimming off the excess fabric around these. All right, friends, so this is what the net and wire looks like. It's been about an hour since the last clip that I showed us. So as we can see here, you can see that there's some excess net going on at the edge of this wire, and it doesn't look aesthetically pleasing. That seems to be like my favorite phrase on here on the channel. So what we are simply going to do is I'm going to get this my gas lighter, okay, and then this is to just lightly touch the edge just to make everything neat. Don't go in too far, because if you do that you can burn the entire net. So just lightly, just make sure that the fire is just lightly touching the net, just to make the edge of everything you've done look smooth. Just slightly, don't let it be too close so you don't spoil your work. All right, as you can see, it has made everything look pretty neat. I'm going to show you a sample of the one that I've worked on before. Let me show you what happens if you allow the fire get too close. You see here that the fire was too close to the edge of this particular one, and I kind of burnt the net a little bit, but I'll be able to manage it. Also, you can see here that I have some sequins. So I have this little sequence. It's almost invisible. I hope we can see just this little cute little sequence going on here. And I also went ahead to apply this flat bottom bead. It's kind of like a flat bottom pearl, and it has like silver detail going on it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab my fabric glue. This time I have lots of them. So I know I showed us the E7000 before, but like I said, it's like it's already getting dry. So I have to like squeeze hard for me to get anything out of it, and I don't have that time. So I'm just going to switch to this my B7000 that seems to be at least relatively runny. It's not feeling tacky or anything. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of this glue and then place it on top of this net that we have going on right here. Let me see what I just did. So just a little bit of glue and then place it. You can put as many or as few of these flat bottom beads on your work, but for me, I think I just want one on each one. Then I'm going to grab my sequins. Let me show us. I believe I showed us at the intro. This is what those sequins look like. So I'm just going to pick a single one, just like what we have here, and then just squeeze on a little dollop of glue. For the sequins as well, you can put as few or as many as you like. Very, very straight to the point. And you can do away, you can do without all of these. For me, it's just because I'm a bit extra. I'm sure some of you guys might have noticed that. It's like, this girl, she can be extra. You don't have to do all of this. I said all of that to say you don't have to do all of this. Voila. So I have about 4 sequins on the net. And this is what we have here. Absolutely stunning. All right, so I'm going to set that aside now, allow it dry down. Next, we are going to do some wire work beading. I've done a couple of wire work beading tutorials for us on the channel. I'll try my best to link some older videos on the show notes for my new people. Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, this is my creative space on here on the internet, thanks to YouTube. Thank you so much for joining the family. If you're simply watching and you're not subscribed, now would be a fantastic time to hit the subscribe button. If you've not liked this tutorial, please hit the like button. All right, so I'm just going to roll out a little quantity of wire. This length is about 30 centimeters, which is about how many inches now? How many inches is 30 centimeters? About 12 inches. You can do more or less depending on what you're going for, but for the sake of this video and what I'm trying to show us how to do, 30 centimeters or 35 centimeters is a safe spot to be in. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fold this wire into two equal halves. Just fold it slightly like this. And then this time I'm going to be working with pearls. I have different sizes of pearls. This size of pearl is pretty big, and I have this my regular medium-sized pearls. So I'm going to start off with the medium-sized pearls, just a single one. Now that it's at this fold right here at the center, I'm going to just press down on the sides and then twist. For wire work, in order to get like a perfect twist, you want to put your fingers, can you see this, I don't know what they call this, is this index finger and my thumb. I'm placing them together at the base where the wire is kind of dividing into two, and I'm twisting the top. That's what will allow for ease. All of these things, it's better when you get your tools together and practice along with me. If you're just listening to everything I'm saying, it might not necessarily make sense to you, but if you get your tools together and go along with me, everything I'm saying will make sense. All right, So now that I've done this first one and I've twisted my wire underneath, just like what we can see here. I don't know why my camera keeps going out of focus. Now that we have something like this, I'm simply going to pick another bead and pass it through my wire. Tilt my wire, the wire where this bead is sitting on. I'm going to tilt it upwards a little bit and then fold the wire downwards like so. I hope everything I'm saying makes sense to us. All right. And then when you have it together like so, when you have it something like this, you now twist like this. Can you see what we have now? It's making sense. Then after you have two going on like this, you hold the two wires that are splitting, hold it together with your index and your thumb and then twist like 2 or 3 times. When you have something like this, at this point, if you've done everything correctly, one wire will be longer than the other. Can you see what we have here? Let me can you see? This wire is longer than this one. So you pick the one that is longer now and then pass your beads through. This time I'm going to pass a big bead, this chunky bead. That's just the vibe I'm going for. If you want, you can make sure that all your beads are the same size. But for me, I find that matching different sizes and textures of accessories gives a more beautiful vibe to everything. And like I did the other time, I'm just pressing down my wire down the bead like so, and then once it's gotten down, twist. Now that we have this going on, where this your wire is splitting into 2 again, you twist. Once you're happy with what you have, you can move around. Move this around, make it come here. Go in again. This time I'm going to pick 3 of these my medium-sized beads. I'm picking 3. You can pick one single one if that's what you like. And then, can we see what I'm doing here? And then twist. Again. Twist the bottom like 2 or 3 times. By this time you have another long and short situation going on with your copper wire. Pick the long one. Again, I'm going to pass 3 pearls, my medium sized pearls, again 3 of those through my wire and then fold them like so and then twist. And the beauty of using this size 0.50 millimeters copper wire is that it's very easy to twist. If I was working with like the 0.70 or the 0.90 wire, it would have been more difficult to work with, and by now my fingers would have been hurting. But with this size of wire, there's no pain anywhere. So we see what we have going on here. If I cut a longer piece of copper wire, say about 100 centimeters, I can keep going on and on and on, passing beads, twisting, passing beads, twisting, and create a very long, vine kind of vibe. But because that's not what we are going for in today's tutorial, I'm just going to stop here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to twist the stem of my wire. And for this particular style that we are working with in today's video, you want the stem of each wire to be pretty long, about, say, how many centimeters now? Let's say about 6 centimeters long or 6.5 centimeters long. Just you want it to have like a long stem. So we see what we have here. Absolutely stunning. I hope we all understood everything I did there. So before making this portion of the video for us, I've worked on a couple of wire work beads. So I didn't want this video to be too long. If I had filmed every single thing I was doing, we would sleep here. We will not finish today's video. So I had worked on some off camera. So for this style, I have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So everything I just showed us how to do, you do 4 of those and set aside. And then same thing, using another combination of beads. This time I'm working with my cream color pearl beads. What am I saying? My cream color crystal beads and my large pearls. You see how I combine it together? Using that same technique that I used to create this other wire work that I showed us on camera, I have 4 of this combination, crystal beads and pearls. I have another combination, still using that same method of just crystal beads, the clear crystal beads. Can we see? I have 4 as well, as shown on the screen. Then I have 4 also of this style using this type of long pearls. I'm going to show us what it looks like, but this is what this style looks like. I have 4 as well. The type of beads that I use for this one, I'm going to show us right away, just for those that like to see everything. They also call them pearls, but they are kind of teardrops, so they call them teardrop pearls. You see how they are shaped? I bought these from Mr. Okoro in Rumomasi. So now that we have 4 of these, 4 of these, yeah, I hope we are following. 4 of these as well, and 4 of these ones. And then for this, my 3D applique kind of style of wire work, we have 6. It will be time for us to couple everything together in order to make the final result. I'm just going to quickly go ahead and change the background of this video because I want to switch to a black background. I feel like the color payoff on camera with this particular background is not giving. So just give me a few seconds, let me make that change real quick, and then we'll move on to the next stage where we'll be coupling all of these things together. All right, friends, it's time to pay attention. Things are about to get a bit tricky. I have my beads and everything set out in different, categories depending on the pattern of the beadwork that I've done. I have this first one going on here. It's kind of small, and then I have this particular one. Talking might not necessarily do justice to this entire process, so above listening to what I'm saying, please watch how I'm combining them together. If there's anything I'm doing that is a bit tricky, I'll speak to you guys, but for now, please just watch the way I'm combining them together. If you have questions after watching this portion of the video, please feel free to ask me in the comment section after you've watched the video all the way through. Please don't ask questions that I've already talked about in the video. It simply just lets me know that you didn't watch the video, and it's not cool, okay? People who don't watch videos all the way through but have the most questions, we are not here for them. All right, so let me start. So you guys see the progress that we've made so far. Everything is looking very, very pretty. All right, as we can see here, there's a naked portion showing here, and I'm saying naked for lack of a better word. So I'm just going to pick this piece of wire and then move this aside a little bit and then twist up this piece of wire work bead, twist it in this portion. This entire thing is pretty intuitive. I just know that a lot of us just like me showing how I go about doing my stuff, so that's why I like to just show you guys. But even if you don't have this video of me coupling things together, as a creative director of a brand, you should be able to look at something and kind of think of, oh, how must they have, you know, gone about creating this. So now that I'm here, I'm just going to take this last 3D nets wire work situation that we have here, and then I'm just going to twist it at this point right here, like so. All right, so at this portion here as well, I'm not happy with this place where I'm seeing so much wire in, so I'm just going to grab this. This cover is the way I like. No, I'm just going to take this here, bend this aside. Don't be afraid to bend your copper wire. They are flexible, so feel free to move them if you need to move them. Okay, do not be afraid, they won't hurt you. So I'm just going to twist this at this point as well. So you see the importance of making sure that each wire work that you do has a long stem, because it's that stem that you're going to twist around to connect each piece that you have worked on together. Can we see what we have here now? Stunning. All right, friends, can we see what we have here? This is such a gorgeous hair vine that you can incorporate. You can make it as a bridal accessory. Imagine this on the hairstyle after a bride has made her hair for a wedding. This will look absolutely stunning, right? All right, friends, so this is what we're able to come up with at the end of the day. Look how stunning this looks, and to believe that, or to think that this was all handmade, absolutely stunning. So this is a perfect hair accessory. Imagine a bride, imagine making this as a hairpiece for a bride or for an occasion. Remember that you can make this in any color, okay? You don't have to use this color combination. You can make yours all pearls or all crystal beads or anything, right? The choice of accessory is yours. And look how stunning this our handmade wire work net looks. It gave this entire thing an absolutely different vibe, and everything just looks absolutely stunning, if I do say so myself. If you guys noticed as well, I have this like loop-like situation going on at the top. Let me flip this so you see. I have this like little loop going on at the top, and I also decided to fold the bottom of this our work to create like a tiny loop in between. The purpose of these loops, let me show us now, I hope we can see them. The purpose of these loops is that you can pass your bobby pin through them and then wear this on your head as a hair accessory, okay? I know a lot of people say, oh, after I've made this, how do I now wear it? So you create these loops while doing your wire work to be able to pin this down to your hair. So this is it, guys. This is it for today's video. I hope we all enjoyed. If you did, as usual, please give me a big fat thumbs up, guys. Look how stunning this is, and to think that this tutorial is absolutely free, you're not paying to learn all of this. Please, please, please do well to give me a big fat thumbs up. If you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, please do well as well to join my channel, okay? Hit the subscribe button and become a part of us. If you have questions after watching all of this, if there's any important information that I might have skipped while filming this, please share your question down in the comment section so other people can also learn. You know, most times when you ask these questions and I answer you, people that go through the comment section also get to learn. So please don't hesitate to drop your questions down in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for spending your time with me today, and I hope you guys got value. And yeah, friends, I can't wait to see you in another video very, very soon. Bye bye.